House music is something that's global freedom. It's something that can go anywhere and it should make you feel happy. It's like a culture. It's a community. My most memorable DJ gigs was at Burning Man, which is a festival in America in the desert where I played, and it was crazy. There's no money there and everyone comes and dresses up, comes for a week, and I really enjoyed playing there because no one really knew who I was, so I could get to play everything. I was really excited to come and play for Groovegarm. Also really love playing in my hometown Bristol and love playing in the summer, and it's also my birthday as well. At the moment I'm doing loads and loads of stuff. I've been in the studio over the last year just finishing off loads of demos with loads of exciting artists, and I'm just trying to figure out what's the best label to give them to, and looking forward to putting them out over the next 6 months or so.
Groovegarm is accumulation of 20 years of travelling the world, clubbing at the best parties in the world, seeing the best DJs, dancing with the best people, and we're bringing it all together to connect people with house music in and around Bristol. House music is a way of life. It's about good feelings, positivity, living the best possible life, and that's why you can live it inside the club or outside of the club. My favourite DJ gig ever was not one of the big ones. It was one of the small ones in London in a really small bar, and I met a chap outside, quite an elderly chap, who happened to be there at 3 a.m. in the morning carrying a case. In that case was a saxophone, and he came into the bar and he set up with me while I was DJing, and we played until close, which was Monday morning 6 a.m, and it was the most memorable night I've ever had in my life. I think clubbing is going to change in a very big way. What I see is technology driving the clubbing, and I also see some of the user experience changing. So the technology will change in the shape of DJ equipment and sound, but also what we're going to see, I predict, is that clubbers will be not just getting the visual and the sound experience in the future, they'll be having maybe even things like smell, AR, VR, and if you come down to the event that we're doing on the 24th of May, we're also going to be having some augmented reality at that event. So I think technology will change, and I also think the way people are clubbing will change, and that is going to be economic based, and also the way people are now consuming media.
My journey into DJing is probably a little bit different to most other people's. Had decks when I was a little kid, sold them to go travelling, and then when I came back many moons later, I suffered a cardiac arrest. So I was dead for 30 minutes, in a coma for a week, and spent the next few months in hospital. But whilst I was in hospital, my friends all chipped in and bought me an iPad because I was there for some time, and I downloaded a little DJ app, started playing about with some music whilst I was in there, and what I found is music is a natural antidepressant, so it helped me get out of a dark place at the time. So got back into DJing from there, started putting some mixes on YouTube, SoundCloud. I managed to pick up some gigs from there, and I've just gone from a hospital bed to DJing at Glastonbury over the space of 10 years. My sound when it comes to putting together DJ sets is all about keeping it funky, uplifting, but throwing the little curveball in there as well every now and again. So I like to find tracks or edits that people will recognise, but slightly different versions, just to keep people on their toes. And generally I'm more of a warm-up kind of DJ, so I want to get the good vibes going, get people's feet dancing, so the Bristol crowd can expect from me something a little bit unique, something a little bit different, but like I say, keeping those kind of funky vibes that they might recognise, but with a slight twist on them, and we'll kick off the night from there.
Our favourite gig has to be the Funk Agenda Todd Terry, for 2 reasons. One, it's Todd Terry. It's Todd the God, the pioneer of house music. And number 2, we got to play twice that day. We opened up the party with some nice classic funky house, and then we played in the evening and gave it a bit more wallop. So it was a really good day for the Disruptors. House music is a feeling. It's more than sounds, it's more than the lyrics. It's emotional freedom, it's group therapy, it's community with unity. And if it hadn't have been for the music, I don't know what I'd have done with the rest of my life. It means everything. I would describe the Bristol house music scene as vibrant. Bristol's just such a cool city. I think we've got some amazing venues, and we've got some really good, hard-working, dedicated promoters that put on frequent house nights with a really diverse lineup, and we're always happy to be part of the scene in Bristol.
House music means to me the energy, the people, relationships, and the feeling. Smiley faces lost in dance and music, and just all the memories. we all share together. When Groovegarm reached out and asked us to play, we were like, ooh! Obviously, we wanted to have a look and check, and the lineup is really great, so we expect all the best. Great music, great energy, and again, people sharing love for house music.
So for the event, I'm going to be bringing a live element, something for people to look at and sort of get involved with, something to go along with the DJ, some added spice, some sort of extra rhythms to go on top of the brilliant music that's going to be going, get people moving.
I think one of the biggest reasons Deaf Disco is different is its small, intimate nature. You know, the one thing we try to do here massively is really focus on the music, focus on the people, make it all about the night and sort of the atmosphere. But like I say, with it being small and intimate, it really does make a big difference. We're a little bit off the beaten track, but I think that sort of bodes well in our favour because you've got to know you're coming here, which is a good thing. I think one of the biggest impressions when Groovegarm comes to us was it's really focusing on the music, like I say, which is what we're about. They're doing it for that reason. With it being attached to a clothing brand as well, I thought that was really cool, really niche. Everything they've been doing on the marketing side has been second to none. It's really nice to work with a promoter who really gets it, working through the process. It's a new concept, which I like, and I think it would be a great addition to the club. I think events like this are super important because they're bringing people together for the music. I think it's a hugely important thing, and sort of in a way they're sort of dying out a little bit, events like this. I think if they continue to create good vibes, you know, it will be a really, really good thing. With it following Love Saves the Day, it's hugely important, and I think the event hopefully will be a good bit of a roadblock. That's what we want.